All right, we're back with Obscure Depths. With me is my expert today, John. Where we are going to start talking about Detroit at Tennessee. 3.5-point favorites on the road are the Lions. What do you think, John?
I don't think Tennessee's really mustered too much. I know they've had to face New England first week, but they've also proved to be fallible at least. They didn't really show up, I guess, against San Diego either, and Detroit, I think, is a pretty decent team, even though they are a division rival. I think I will have to take Detroit on this one.
Seems like a trap game to me.
But yeah,
I hate to say it because Matthew Stafford is my fantasy quarterback, but I think Tennessee wins this game. I'm not exactly why I'm saying that, but I think they've caught a lot of heat from their lack of offense these first couple weeks, and I think they're gonna go out and surprise Detroit. How about that? At least stay within 3. So maybe not win, but at least stay within 3. I got that 3.5-point hook on there, so let's let them lose by a field goal instead of 3.5.
sure.
San Fran 7.5-point favorites on the road at Mall of America Field.
I gotta take San Francisco on this one. I think, even though you did just use the trap game as well, this could be, but I just don't think San Francisco can let themselves down with a loss in Minnesota.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game. I think, especially for road teams, it's hard to play in Minneapolis, or excuse me, especially for offensive teams. It's hard to play, and it's hard to play at the Dome just because it's so loud. So I think this is going to be a really close game. They got the over/under at 43. I think it's going to go even lower than that. But I definitely see San Fran winning this like 21-13 type of thing, or 17-10. Definitely a low-scoring game though. I like San Fran to win it by a touchdown, definitely.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys 7-point favorites at home against Tampa Bay. What do you think, John?
This one's a pretty tough call just because Dallas's performance against Seattle last week. Good game against the Giants week 1. Who knows with Tampa too?
Yeah, Tampa's another one of those young, exciting teams. I think I don't think Dallas is necessarily a hard place to play for road teams, but I think it's a place where the Cowboys generally play very good.
Yeah.
And that 7.5 points does seem like a lot. So I'm going to take Tampa and the points in this one.
Yeah, I think I would agree.
Chicago 7.5-point favorites at home against the St. Louis Rams. John is a big Chicago Bears fan. Let's see what he says here.
If we had to do straight up pick 'em, I'm going to pick Chicago. I think St. Louis would cover the points, though. I think this is going to be a close game. They've played pretty well against Detroit. They put up a few points against them as well. I think it will be a close contest, but I think we can come out ahead maybe by a field goal or 4 points kind of thing.
It'll be interesting to see how much this line moves if Forte doesn't play in this game. I'm going to take St. Louis in the points, though, too, at this point. I think, I've said it before, Sam Bradford has kind of been around this league enough years now where he's going to start showing maturity and taking that next step. He's been through a lot of injuries early on in his career. Chicago, it's not a hard place for a young road team to play, I don't think. I mean, but I think I like the Rams to hang within 7, definitely. Big Monday night game, I guess. Green Bay 3.5-point favorites on the road at Seattle. I think that's a lot of respect for that Seattle crowd. What do you think there, John?
Yeah, absolutely. Seattle is a really loud place, and they say it's really tough. Green Bay, I think, is kind of questionable. I guess they didn't really show up very well against San Francisco week 1. It'd be a tough road contest for Aaron Rodgers and company. I guess I think they could escape with a win out there if they play good heads-up football. I think it will be a really close one, though. It's going to be like a field goal type game.
Yeah, Green Bay is favored by 3. I think they'll win this by a touchdown. I think Russell Wilson's going to get a whole lot of Clay Matthews coming at him, and they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle to move the ball through the air. I think Marshawn Lynch will have a decent game if he doesn't get arrested beforehand. I don't like that Marshawn Lynch guy. But anyway, I think Green Bay goes in there and wins by a touchdown. I think it might be a close game for 2.5 quarters, but I think Green Bay's definitely going to show that they're the better team and pull away. I wouldn't be surprised if they win by 10 points, but I think a touchdown like a 24-17 is a good thing. I'd be surprised actually if Seattle scores that many points. I just maybe they can kick like 3 or 4 field goals, but I don't see them really getting that Green Bay defense. I know that Green Bay defense is not that good at this point, but I think they're going to be keying on Lynch, and that's going to be bad news for Seattle. This has been Obscure Depths. You can find us on Facebook at Metal Fraker Productions. That's METALFRAKER Productions. Thank you, and see you next week.